This is the Okanagan Sun Coaches Show with Jason Casey and Ryan Waters.
For the second time this season, the Sun and West Shore Rebels will battle, this time on the island. Back in Week 4 at the Apple Bowl, the Sun took down the Rebels by a 49-7 count. Both teams, as of late, seem to have found their run game, as Armand Bakich for the Sun and Greg Morris for the Rebels should be the featured backs on Saturday. Last week, Bakich rumbled 104 yards and a score, while Morris tallied 205 yards and a touchdown. Last week, the Sun saw a new but old offense with the return of Jay Christensen. They would tally 313 yards on the ground, something head coach Jason Casey is pleased to see.
Just the control of the game, both the tempo, the clock management, how much our defense was able to spend on the bench watching our offense control that. I just like the fact that we controlled the ball for so long.
Can you get a good read though on the success after playing against a team like Chilliwack, with all due respect to the Huskers?
Well, yeah, because it's still a timing and make sure guys are in the right place at the right time. So regardless of who your opponent is, I mean, even if it's just versus air, you still have to be in the right spot at the right time. So our timing looked great. The system looked like it was gelling well with the players and the talent that we had. So, yeah, we still got a great look at it, and we're going to get better looks as the weeks go on, and we're going to get that much better at running that system as the weeks go on.
Was there too much running? I know you want a balanced attack, and that's what you didn't have a few weeks ago, but was there too much running last week?
Not in my eyes. I mean, I was joking with Coach Nagy, our quarterback coach, that, yeah, he was a little disappointed we didn't throw for a lot. But you know what? We're going to take what defenses give us. I mean, if we're able to run the ball for 300, 400 yards, well, then we'll take that. And if we only need 150 yards or 200 yards passing, then so be it. But there'll be other weeks where we may need 300 or 400 yards passing because we're only getting 80 yards rushing if we're going up against a good run-stop defense. So you've got to take what defenses give you, and you've got to execute that, to the fullest extent of your abilities and make them pay and put points on the board. So I've got no problem with the fact that we ran the ball that much.
Every time Stephen Doege touches it offensively, he scores. Does he get to run more?
Well, I don't know. I mean, those are some 1 yards out. We're not going to take him back 4 years to high school or anything like that when he was a tailback. But, well, he's a talented guy, and he's a big, fast, powerful man. So from 1 yard out, I doubt there's many people that can stop him from crossing that goal line.
Looking at your opponent this weekend, it's the West Shore Rebels. You traveled to Victoria this weekend. You beat them fairly handily at the Apple Bowl in Week 4. Do you expect more of the same?
No, I expect a much more difficult game. We're going to go into their home field, so they're going to be amped up. They've got everything to prove. They've got to make sure that they keep their playoff hopes alive. So I expect anything and everything from them from a system and play standpoint. And we all realize that it's going to be, a very difficult task to go in there and beat them easily on their home field.
Their run game, and specifically tailback Greg Morris, who just named the CJFL Offensive Player of the Week, he's been great since the game against the Okanagan Sun at the Apple Bowl. How do you stop him?
Well, it's just going to make sure all 12 guys know where he is, and they bust their humps to get to that ball carrier. Regardless of who's carrying the ball, we've got to have a swarming defense, and by no stretch of the imagination, we got to key on Morris. So our guys are going to be aware of where he is. They'll make their reads according to the pre-snap read, and when the ball is snapped, and our guys just have to swarm. They've got to contain him. We can't go for kill shots. If we go for kill shots, he'll make us miss, and then he'll turn a 4 or 5 yard gain into a 30, 40, 50 yard gain. So we've got to make sure we stay disciplined, keep him within our sights, and just play a swarm defense so it makes him run east-west instead of north-south and churning all those yards and crossing goal lines.
The fact that they weren't able to complete a pass last week against the VI Raiders, do you think that they'll come out throwing just to prove that they can?
Well, I don't know. I mean, watching the film on that game, the balls were there. I mean, if I'm Coach Katalicki, I'm giving my receivers crap for that game. I thought they should have completed probably 10 of those 14 passes. So, that being said, they've got their game plan. I mean, Morris is their horse. They'll probably go to him until he's not getting the job done. So I would expect a healthy dose of run coupled with passing game. That's what you want to do in an offense is run the ball. When the defense's rear ends get all tight, then you throw over their heads. So we've got to make sure we're ready for anything and everything, and we will be. And I would expect a lot of Morris, and, their quarterback's going to throw the ball. And it wasn't a bad passing game from them. They just unfortunately didn't complete any balls, but they most certainly should have gotten a large percentage of those passes completed.
This is a bit of a strange trip for the Sun as you catch the ferry or leave Saturday morning, the morning of the game, catch the ferry, then play that night, and then you get to stay over and travel back the next day. Do you think that'll come into play at all? I mean,
maybe a little bit, but we've done it before. This is my 5th year, and we've done this kind of trip before, going to the islands. There are a few guys on the team that have already done that, so that'll help with some of the new guys. But a trip's a trip. We'll be getting into Victoria with plenty of time for guys to loosen up and stretch out. We'll hit the hotel before we go to the field, and then we'll head over to the field. So I'm not too worried at all about the traveling aspect. It's still, the guys know what the plan is for us going in, and that's to get another victory. And we've got to make sure we go in and we stay, I guess, focused on that and not worry about the fact, okay, maybe we're on a bus to go to a trip, but it doesn't matter if that's a Friday or Saturday. So our guys are focused. We'll make sure they're focused and they know what the task at hand is, and we'll give them plenty of time to get ready for an evening game.
The West Shore Rebels are coming off a game in which they didn't complete a single pass in Nanaimo, but did have tremendous success on the ground, as Morris was named the CJFL Offensive Player of the Week. Head coach John Carlicchia is hoping to see more in front of the Rebel faithful.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's pretty exciting to get all those yards on the ground. Pretty frustrating not to be able to complete a pass, especially when they were there. When it's right in the receiver's hands, you expect to complete those easy ones.
What have you done this week to get the passing game back on track?
Well, simple. Just put pressure on the guys to perform better. I told them there's no starters this week. We've had some serious competition in practice this week, and I let them know, like, mess up in a game, you're coming out real quick, and we just don't have the patience or the time to have guys dropping balls that are right in their hands, and we need them to make plays on. So, a little bit of pressure and obviously more focus on finishing.
Well, I want to ask you about Greg Morris because he rushed for over 200 yards against the Raiders, one of the best defenses in the country. He's been outstanding the last 2 weeks. Specifically, what has changed since the early half of the season?
A few things. I mean, sometimes it takes a kid a little while to get adjusted to the speed of junior football coming out of high school, and knowing how to follow his blocks and hit it and when to kick it in and all that kind of stuff. So combination of just, Greg's a hard-working kid that, just comes every night and works harder than anybody else on the field. And with that much talent and that great of an attitude, things are going to turn, along with just getting to know the league a little bit. But, he's starting to hit it in the right spots, and then, just using his pure speed and athleticism to get in the open field and go make some yards on his own.
Does he remind you at all of Sam Adu?
Well, they're different kind of backs, you know. Sam's more of a go into traffic and find yards and finish his runs well, where Greg's he's a 4.45 40 guy. I mean, he can just outrun everybody. So he runs hard all the time. Sam, had a little bit more patience in traffic and stuff like that. Didn't have that extra gear that Greg has, but they're both special in their own ways.
What do you want to do differently this week against the Okanagan Sun that you weren't able to do in week 4?
Win, complete a pass, all those good things, Yeah, we definitely want to just continue, stretch that first quarter into 4 quarters. It was 3-0 at the end of the first quarter, just like it was with Nanaimo. And, we're a young team, but it's time to grow up. The kids' gloves are off, and we need to play 4 quarters of football. If we got to, win a close one in the end, we got a kicker who's pretty darn good. And, we just want to stay with them the whole game. Don't give up any big plays. Don't turn over the ball, and just go out and play to our potential.
The 5-1 Okanagan Sun and the 3-3 West Shore Rebels will battle at beautiful Bear Mountain Stadium Saturday night. We'll have the kickoff at 7 o'clock. With this Okanagan Sun Coaches Show, I'm Ryan Waters.